Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am planning the week of January 30th through February 4th in my Erin Condren vertical life planner. And the reason why it starts with the 30th and not the 29th as the planner says is because last week was my bachelorette party. I'll go ahead and card that up above if you haven't seen that plan with me. And the bachelorette party actually ended on the Monday, and instead of having one day of the party be on a different week in the planner, I just decided to make an 8-day week last week, and then to balance it out I have to have a 6-week or 6-day week this week. That was confusing. So I chose this kit. This is actually Cherry Bomb from Crest Press. It was a mystery. I believe the normal kit she reformatted and is now available in the shop, but the reason why I chose this kit was because it had a lot of full boxes and I needed to use more than I normally use for this week, because with a 6-day week, I now have 2 sidebars technically, and I needed items to fill those sidebars since I typically don't really have much in my sidebar anyway. So I decided to use this kit because it had a ton of full boxes and I think it turned out really well. I ended up putting, let's see, what did I do? I ended up putting basically 2 full boxes in each sidebar, and then I had to like space them out a little bit, as you can see here with the glitter headers and then the one other random item that needed to go in the sidebar to make it full, along with one of the washi strips at the bottom because I cut it. So I did have a few extra days, so I was able to incorporate that. I wish I was able to do the full washi, so both that pattern and the red strip in both of the technically Sunday and then the sidebar spaces, but because the extra bit on that extra washi's you can see right there for the red is a box, I wasn't really able to use it, and plus I also kind of ran out of washi overlays to use. So if you actually look really closely, you'll notice that they are different, but that's fine. And because I was color blocking, I wanted that pink color to be in like the Sunday sidebar column. So I normally put my dinner plans on the left side, but again, because I was color blocking, I wanted to stick with the days that was already included in the kit instead of reorganizing things. So I just decided to put it on the right side instead of the left side like I normally do, which is totally fine. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. Like I said, you kind of have to look closely to see the adjustments I had to make to the bottom and the sidebars, but I think it's really only I notice it because I'm the one that did it. I think if you're watching or see it on Instagram or whatever, it's not really that noticeable. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I'm glad I was able to figure out how to put the whole cruise last week and then adjust for it this week. So, and I actually chose, like, in addition to the number of full boxes, I chose this because in February I like to just use a lot of pink kits. I'm not really a pink girly, but in February, because of Valentine's Day, even though this isn't love themed, it does have a lot of pinks and reds in it. So I just decided to use it. I thought it would be the perfect anytime kit to use during the season. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I used the foil bundle that came with it, the Hollow Cherries foil bundle. I think she also has a red foil available. Not entirely sure, don't quote me. But I thought the red honestly would be a little bit too overwhelming. So I just decided to stick with the Hollow, and plus, because I already had the foil bundle, I was like, when else am I ever going to use a cherries foil bundle? I'm sure there are other kits that are like cherries themed or whatever. It's just not really my cup of tea. So even though I do like cherries, specifically Rainier cherries. But anyway, I just wanted to use it as I'm trying to use up what I have, as I've mentioned pretty much every single plan with me. But that is the theme of this year, and spoiler alert, it will also be the theme of next year. So I'll go ahead and get into the day by day. So on Tuesday, instead of Monday now, this day was basically my normal Monday. So I kind of watched some YouTube, did a little bit of filming, had a meeting with my advisor like I usually do, did some laundry. During my lunch break, I watched Numbers, which is one of the TV shows that I'm watching. And then because it's Tuesday, we went to trivia this evening. And then on Wednesday, it was payday. I get paid the last business day of the month. And so I try to, because it only happens 12 times a year, I try to mark it when I can. So I marked it this time. Watched some more YouTube, did the budget because it was the end of the month. did some work, some wedding planning, and then I caught up with a friend over Zoom. So she unfortunately couldn't go to my bachelorette party. She originally was booked her flights, booked the cruise, booked everything, but unfortunately she tested positive for COVID on that Monday or Tuesday before we left. So she called me and was like, I'm so sorry, I won't be able to come. And I was like, oh, that's such a bummer, but obviously please be safe. Please get healthy. And obviously she's fine now. I shouldn't say obviously, but she is fine now. But it was such a bummer that she wasn't able to go, but she was able to at least get a partial refund, which was nice. And then because she wasn't able to go, she wanted to kind of hear about the trip and catch up because we were planning to see each other, obviously, on the trip. And because we live on opposite sides of the country, we don't get to see each other very often. So we were able to catch up, which was really nice. So I obviously wish I would have been able to see and celebrate her with her in person, but this was a nice second. So did that. And then before bed, I kind of just read in the evening like I usually do. Moving on to Thursday, I did some filming in the morning. I've mentioned this before, but I do like to do at least my Plan With Me filming on Monday and Thursday mornings because those are the day after the half of the week ends, if that makes sense. Because, we have typically on a normal week, you'd have Monday and Wednesday on the left side, Thursday through Sunday on the right side. So I do that. But because this week was a little bit different, I think this was most likely filming the cruise Plan With Me, not necessarily this week's Plan With Me, because again, the days were a little bit wonky in this one. So yeah, not sure what exactly I filmed, but I did something. And then we went for a drive this day because Colton had it off for whatever reason. Oh no. So, okay. This is why. He had a follow-up appointment. He had LASIK last year, and this was his follow-up appointment. Or he had LASIK this year. No, he did. He did have LASIK this year. This was his 1 month follow-up. So I went with him to go down to the follow-up appointment just to make sure everything was okay. And then, or maybe this was the 1 year. I don't remember. I think this was the 1 year, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And so we drove down to LA to hit where he had the LASIK done. And they had the follow-up appointment. Everything was fine. Everything looked good. Thank goodness. And because we were already down there and he had the day off of work for the appointment, we decided to take the long way back, and we drove through Malibu because I have actually never been to Malibu. So we went to the pier, we had some lunch, saw the town, which was a really cute town. So yeah, and then we took the long way home through the mountains. So yeah, it was a nice day. We came home, did a little bit of wedding planning, trying to, I think this was around the time that we were working on the invitations. I believe at this point, we've already received them. We're just getting them ready to get mailed off. So we're kind of collating all of them, getting everything together, things like that. And then this evening, we watched Percy Jackson. Moving on to Friday, which I'm actually realizing I am running out of time. That was poor time management. This day, we basically chose our first dance song, which was really exciting. And then we also mailed all of the invitations out for the wedding on this day, which was also very exciting. A really big step. Don't have enough time to show anything else for the weekend. Didn't really do anything. That's fine. So here's everything that I have left over for the stickers. And then here's everything filled in with all the scripts and everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.